Hello and welcome to this Power BI video. We are continuing our DAX versus SQL series. In this series, we are going to have this video where we are trying to have percentage of total. And to get this percentage of total, let's first look at the SQL, how we are going to get it. So in case of SQL, what we are going to do is we are going to use some more functions. So first, what we wanted to do is based on the city ID, we want percentage of total. So first data need to be grouped at city level. So what we are doing is select city ID and sum of quantity. We are calling it as sales, and from the table and group by ID, because anything you want to aggregate, then you need to give a group by, and we are using a city ID as a group by. Now we are taking this input and putting it back into the other SQL, which is basically we are using a from clause subquery here, and then we are using city ID sales because we don't need to group it, we already grouped it. Then sum of sales over. Now this is the function which is also known as windowing function, which gives us the grand total, and it's available in most of the databases like SQL Server and Oracle. Now we are giving a grand total here, and then here we are actually what we are doing, we are taking sales and divided it by grand total and multiply by 100, so get percentage of total. So we are going to execute it, and if you run it, so we get city ID sales, grand total, and percentage of sales. So we got it, and 1.21 and 1.20. Okay, so this is what we already got. Now what we are going to do is we are going to try same thing on DAX. Now DAX, what we can do is we have something known as all. This is a kind of a function which we use to avoid any kind of filter which has been provided. So as usual, we are going to use summarize here. So in summarize, first parameter is the table, and then after first parameter we can use a number of group by. So here is only one group by which we need, which is city ID. And sales, we have already done it quite a few times, like sum of quantity, and we are calling it as sales. And now grand total is the one which we wanted, and that's where we are saying calculate, and we are in the calculate we are saying all sales, and that's where it is going to ignore the context and it's going to give us all the sales like a grand total. And then we are calling it percentage of total, where we are using calculate, and inside calculate we can use another calculate because here we are using a divide function. So in that divide function, the first parameter which we are giving is sum of sales quantity, and second a parameter which we are giving is the grand total, which is basically sales quantity of all sales, which means grand total. And divide function help us to handle the cases which is divide by 0, and so prefer using that whenever you are doing calculation, and multiply by 100. In Power BI we avoid this multiply by 100 because we can have a property which call it as percentage by which we can get it. But in DAX we want to keep it very similar to what we are doing in SQL in DAX Studio basically, so we are doing it. So if we look again, we are getting these same numbers. I have tried it one more different way, where actually I have done this sales and grand total calculation in one summarize, which is the inner one, and in the outer summarize I went ahead and actually again done the percentage of total calculation. And let's see. So what is happening, we have a summarize here in the sales, city ID, sales and grand total, and then again we're taking one summarize. From there I am taking out city ID, and now you see that these, just like SQL, I am going to take the name which has come inside, and then we have taken percentage of total. Okay, and then percentage of total we are simply calling divide sales by GT, because all those things are existing inside. Now we run it again, we are going to get same result, no difference out here. Now in Power BI, what we are doing is, in Power BI we have created a couple of measures out here, and I have created one GT1 measure. And why I have kept the name difference, because I have experimented, if I create any name out here, it is going to same appear in the DAX Studio, and in the DAX Studio, even if I try to rename it, it is going to pick up the calculation from here. So I tested that out, so I renamed them as a different name. So grand total is the one GT, which is sum of sales by all sales, and you can say this is giving us grand total. And we have this another measure which is sales M, which is nothing but your sum of quantity. So sales M is nothing but sum of quantity, and then we have this percentage of total. Okay, so percentage of total we are taking, and here we are dividing simply sales measure by grand total. So this is what we are doing, and you can see the similar kind of numbers we are seeing here. And now because here we are taking 2 decimal places, is showing us, so what we can do is we can click on percentage of total, and actually we can increase the number of decimal places. Okay, and let's sort it by city ID. Okay, so 1.21, 1.20. Okay, these numbers what we were expecting, so similar kind of numbers are coming here. So we have seen how to do it in SQL, how to achieve the same in DAX Studio, and now in Power BI, the implementation is different. The query generated might be also be different, but this is a way how do we do it. So this is percentage of total for you. Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon so that you can get new video alerts. Suggest what else you wanted to see. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.